We left Echo behind. We left Flame behind. We left Words behind. Words just made a comeback. Mash and Words are the only guys that survived from that
Mash
era
just stick to
that
making
had
beats.
potential to be bigger.
Those guys would have never gotten signed. Those guys would have never gotten on without A-Reece.
That's why the speedsters will have screenshots that are leaked where they're saying no, nobody's bumping this shit. Because honestly, I'm not, I think he's right a bit. Nobody's playing the Kill Brady's. Nobody's bumping that shit. We left a lot of talent behind, nah?
We left a lot of talent behind.
As South Africa, well, as I'd like to say my generation, people that were listening to hip hop at that time, right? We left a lot of talent behind when we picked a side. When we picked A-Reece's side when TWC split. You understand? So he was the main guy. The whole country just went vroom, A-Reece. And then everybody else in that lineage that had potential to be superstars was left behind.
Nonsense.
We didn't give them no ear because we were just so loyal to the boy.
Nonsense.
And now that's why we have these artists that are like underwhelming, that are not at their best. That's why the speedsters will have screenshots that are leaked where they're saying no, nobody's bumping this shit. Because honestly, I'm not, I think he's right a bit. Nobody's playing the Kill Brady's. Nobody's bumping that shit.
Nobody with brains.
We're still bumping that old A-Reece, the MT's hip-hop type shit. Nobody's really bumping the new stuff unless you're like underground, then Bram in a basement, blue, 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 blue. You know, but mainstream, we're not bumping it. But I'm saying, had we not just focused on A-Reece, but everybody else, then the talent would have grown. And then hip-hop would have been in a much better state. We left Echo behind. We left Flame behind. We left Words behind. Words just made a comeback. Mash and Words are the only guys that survived from that era
just stick to
that
making
had
beats.
potential to be bigger. Do you understand what I'm saying? We're ex-global. We left so much talent behind.
Talent.
Because we picked a side. And that sort of...
So don't you feel like so is this you saying you picked the wrong side?
I'm not saying I picked the wrong side. I mean, he's talented. He's one of the best. He's not the best in the country, A-Reece.
No,
but I feel like...
A-Reece was ambitious, Brian, now.
No, exactly, bro. Why do people forget that? Ambitious had all the bots. Ambitious had the thoughts. Ambitious had A, B, C, D. What's wrong?
I was just getting my thing. I thought you were talking.
Okay, yeah. Ambitious had all, like, everything lined up for A-Reece. Like, people need to understand that A-Reece was a machine, dog. He was going to high schools around the country, even outside of the country, in Swaziland, everywhere, dog.
So you basically...
How many people...
Yeah, that machine, hold on. None of those other dudes that you're talking about, TWC, had that machine with them. You know, they met A-Reece after he left the machine, bro. Like, yo, please.
And
like,
at that time, when he left the machine...
Those guys would never have made it in the machine.
Here's the thing.
Those guys would have never gotten signed. Those guys would have never gotten on without A-Reece. Therefore, South Africa didn't know them without A-Reece. Therefore, they didn't deserve to come on without A-Reece. And once A-Reece said, okay, these guys don't deserve to come with me on my next chapter, it was the end for them. That's it. But that's what happened.
Yeah, but that
South Africa never gave up shit. A-Reece decided he doesn't want to bring these niggas on with him. That's it. That's what happened. And that's why their careers ended. And it should be like that. We never left any talent behind. Come on, man. Those guys aren't talented, man. You can't even name one song from X-Global that you think, oh my goodness, this was a wonderful song, or this is nostalgic, or this is something that reminds me of anything significant in my life. Come on, man. No, man. No, man. I don't think those guys should be getting airtime, TWC or whatever.
I think we left a lot of talent behind. You know, had we given them a chance, we wouldn't have this so much gimmick in hip-hop that a lot of us don't even understand. Because they understood what South Africa was like. And A-Reece...
But were they ambitious enough to make it?
No, they were, bro. They were, bro. And remember, at that time, there wasn't a lot of Instagram. There wasn't even the TikToks one day. And they were still making it at that time. Why are you laughing? What?
But like, tell me.
He's looking at you. He missed it again. No, man, come on, bro.
Guys, we can't be doing that. Honestly, we can't be doing that. We can't be doing that, please. Can we please
I'm just like,
I have no intention.
I think it's ridiculous.
I still think that we left them behind. We should have given them a chance. That would have given hip-hop another leg to stand on.
Okay, Tzak, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
We don't owe them shit.
No, but saying
but if you say
sorry.
we should have gave, they should have taken.
Exactly.
No, No,
to that.
they're good
But
enough.
no,
They
nothing
just
is
take
given.
it.
let me explain
Who
it
is
to you.
giving who a
Let me
chance
explain,
now?
let me explain,
Nobody, bro.
Let me explain it to you. When they split, they became the enemies.
Of
Do
who?
you understand? And then Reese was the favorite. Everybody went for the favorite. That's what I'm saying. They became the enemy. We were like, no.
Who were they
ditched
before
our boy.
Reese?
The boy ditched them, so the slimes were all like, and then South Africa just went. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about.
Let me
Answer the
talk
I'm not
to
question.
saying, and this
Let me
thing-
talk to
this
the
thing has
enemy
not-
of poverty.
this thing has-
Don't you have something for us?
I do, but I want Taco to finish what he's
No,
saying.
it's fine. Let's go. Animal for what?
I have a question for you before you move
It's hard.
ahead.
Yeah.
How I agree with Mafitozo on this one.
How so?
How are you gonna blame a group of people, for not making it on one individual person?
That is
On
not
one
even
indi-
that talented.
How did that person do it? Like, explain it into logical terms for me, and on how it could have went another way if South Africa, in quotations, like you saying, didn't turn their backs against them.
Bro, they were loved. They were they were talented, bro. What I'm saying is, when there's a split, there's always a side that's chosen
Mm-hmm. That's
by
true.
the majority.
That's fair.
And that's exactly what happened. And everybody else became the enemy. It looked like they became the enemy, bro. It looked like they were holding him back. And everybody just wanted to focus, and forgot about all the hits, the colored calls, the tell me what you want, all the real nigga tale. Those types of songs. We don't have that type of music right now in hip-hop. And
Right.
that was hip-hop then.
And
We
how-
left all of that. That's what I'm saying, bro. We made them public enemy and we just stuck to the boy. That shouldn't have happened. There was so much bias to this thing, bro.
It is not worth it right now.
I'm just talking